Hey guys, it's Nested, and this is going to be a quick and simple video tutorial describing how to stream to websites like Twitch or Ustream using Mac OS X and nothing but free or already provided software. As you can see, I am using Mac OS X 10.8.5 and I will be streaming Guns of Icarus. Note that streaming only really works with video games that are in windowed full screen mode or in regular windowed mode. Full screen won't work, and Guns of Icarus doesn't have a windowed full screen mode, so I will just be using windowed mode. There are other tutorials out there about streaming using OS X, but my goal with this video is to make it short and to the point and only use free or already provided software. There will be on-screen annotations and or links in the description explaining anything I forget as well as where to get these programs. I won't be going into a lot of detail about how these programs work in order to keep the video short, but if you had more detailed questions, leave a comment and I can try to answer. I am currently away from my gaming PC, so I use my MacBook Pro to stream. To do this, I use a few different programs. The first two programs handle the audio of the stream. This is probably the most difficult part, so I will get it out of the way first. You will need to first install a program called Soundflower, which, among other things, turns your computer output from video games or music into a suitable input that can be used in a stream. Download and run the application and you will see a flower icon here in the top menu bar. You don't need to mess with any of these settings here. As long as you see the icon, the program is doing its job. Next, you want to open a list of your audio devices, and to do that you want to go into Finder, go to Applications, go to Utilities, and open Audio MIDI Setup, and this will open the Audio Devices window, and this is the list of all of the input and output devices that your computer uses. You want to click the plus sign down here and create a new aggregate device and a new multi-output device, and that will create symbols like so. Within the aggregate device, check the built-in microphone and Soundflower 2 channel. Within the multi-output device, check built-in output and Soundflower 2 channel. Now right-click on the aggregate device and select Use this device for sound input. And right-click on the multi-output device and click Use this device for sound output. Now that you've done this, you'll notice that the volume mixer at the top of your screen is grayed out and you can't use it to adjust the volume. This is the only downside of this method, and instead you will have to change the volume by going into the multiple output device, clicking on built-in output and changing it from here with these two sliders. Unfortunately, you need to change both channels using these sliders or inputting your own values in the text box. But this will allow you to stream with your audio from your microphone and your computer itself. So you can now exit this device once you have all of this set up and the audio portion is dealt with. So that was the hard part. The next program you need is called CamTwist, like so. So download the program, open it, and it'll open this default window. I don't like this interface, so I would minimize this. Go to Tools, open the Studio, and before we get to that, also to CamTwist and Preferences, and make sure that under the General tab, the video size is 1280 by 720. My monitor resolution is 1440 by 900, and I could add a custom resolution to CamTwist, but FlashMediaLiveEncoder, which we will talk about later, doesn't support that resolution. Either way, everything will end up looking fine, and once you get the hang of this, you can try using your own resolution setups if you would like. So go to Tools, go to Studio, and it'll open this window. With this window, you can set up what your stream will look like. You can create new buttons that act as screens, bits of text, clocks, etc. And while setting everything up, everything will be pushed into the green preview window here. I have a Desktop Plus window here that I have named Full Screen Game. and under Desktop Plus you can do either full screen or confined to application window, and I have my application window confined to Guns of Icarus. Now let's get rid of that button. When I first create this button, I'm going to refresh, you can see in the preview window that it shows the Guns of Icarus title bar. I can crop this out using the Select Capture Area button here, and so I click it and it shows a crop selection. I lower it a little bit to get rid of that, and I hit Done Selecting. So now my Guns of Icarus is showing up on the screen. I also have a picture-in-picture webcam set up here. I also have a clock, my Twitter handle, and the currently playing song on iTunes. You can play with these buttons and make a variety of different displays to do what you want, but once you have all of these buttons set up, you make sure they're clicked in green, they show up in the preview window. Then what you want to do is you want to come over here and hit Cut. This begins piping your video feed from CamTwist out to another program that will use it. And the program that will use it, or the broadcasting software that we will be using for the stream, is FlashMediaLiveEncoder. So once this is dealt with, you can actually exit this window and download FlashMediaLiveEncoder. Open that up, and you should see a window like this. FlashMediaLiveEncoder uses kind of like an XML template file to fill in some of these values for you, and Twitch used to provide a template for you that you could just download and tweak a little bit and get running, but that's not required to stream. So here are the settings I use. Video device should be CamTwist, format should be H.264. Ignore both of these wrench icons. These tweak the settings a little more. You can play with those later after you get the basics working. My frame rate is 30 FPS. Input size, if you recall from CamTwist, is 1280 by 720. You want this to match whatever video feed you are grabbing from a different program. Bitrate translates basically to your video quality that you want, and I am using 1800 kbps. The number you choose here will depend on your internet upload bandwidth and what sort of quality you want your stream to be. I've experimented with 1800 and it's a decent quality for what I want. Audio device will be the aggregate device that we set up earlier. Format needs to be AAC and channels should be mono. Sample rate defaults to 44/100 and that's fine. Bit rates default to 128 I believe, and I have mine set to 160 just because that's what I want. As you can see, between my video and audio feed, my stream will be using 1960 kbps of bandwidth. So this is what you want to pay attention to if you're experiencing like speed or lag problems with the stream, and make sure that your internet service providers has provided you with a sufficient upload bandwidth. You can also show the preview input video and output video and audio, but I keep those turned off. The panel output options here, there are two panels, output and metadata. Ignore metadata, you want to be on output. And here is where you'll want to input the FMS URL of the website you want to stream to. This is a public thing provided by the website, and it's the same depending on the website. You also want your stream key. You can find this. This is unique to each person, each user on the website, and you can find this somewhere in your profile settings on the streaming website. I won't go through that, but this key is unique to you and you want to keep it private. So as you can see, this button says disconnect because I've already connected using my stream key, and then I deleted it in order to hide it. So as soon as I hit start, my stream will start, and an FMLE will show the encoding log right here, which also shows the stream key in some of the little outputs. So as soon as I hit start, I'm going to hide this window. Okay, so I inputted my stream key, and I'm not going to delete it. I guess that didn't work. It worked the last time I tried it, but I'm going to try hitting start now and see if it works. And there we go. It's hiding the window. And so now my stream should start. So now I can go over to my Twitch page and wait a little bit. There we go. As you can see, I am live. My stream is up and running. Wait a little longer. Twitch has a built-in lag of like 10 to 30 seconds, so but there we go. There is my stream. If I wanted, I could play some music, and you guys should be able to hear this too, but so I'm playing music, blah blah blah, music, I can play in the game, and then I can go to the stream and turn the volume on and see if we can hear that on the stream. There we go. There is my stream. If I wanted, I could play some music, and you guys should be able to hear this too, but so I'm playing music, blah blah blah, music, I can play in the game, and there you go. As you saw, as you heard, the music played, and you could see the little iTunes thing show up. And then, in order to stop your stream, you open up FlashMediaLiveEncoder, and I'm going to try to hide my key again, and you hit the big red stop button, and stream will stop in a couple seconds. And yeah, so that's about it. That's the stream. That's how to stream. I hope this helped. Like, favorite, and or subscribe if you are so inclined. And I will talk to you guys whenever I decide to put out another video. Ha det bra!